Monfanche and a free area, ever payment number, off air, meaning I technical challenges via your experience, but thank God, Namia, the technicians, Usu, and Omugusua, Omo Eye, and Simple, Sebibi, Ecosos, Nyabua Paye, and Montre, Ye Chinchim Vidiani, and Bibi, Imagine and something. Yadamase, Moana mo friend na Bepim Samre, Yadamase, say a Basaya, Muchesa and Pa, more do, and the Maye. Nyame Ishamina. Yavem Sampson Kwame Nyamkeye me and I made try edumedie Boho edumedie Jordan ukede bia na yedi ena aye chwada. Honorable Akwasi Kunedu a member of parliament at the Mamenshia North Kumasi Ashanti region. Honorable Akwasi Ofori Ajimai Buadi, former MC Obuasi aka Zuba. Mr. Kwame Katia or your tutor, Kumasi Anglican Senior High School, social commentator, also Geneva. The production team ya Kenneth obeying the master planner, Koko Usu Adumi, or Hini Brenya, Kwame Walder, and I feel Daniel J. Now talking about Daniel J. You know, I born the Rama Mate Dada. Namea Doma Ukiada Ebeya. 27th of January, we are Daniel J. Ne papa enim pong ne papa de ne basa so at the phone and a year ne baba so nyame adoma 27th ya enti monshan and fa maye na say na hye no esi etie aye Mr. Kofi AJ aka Tony onya 68 years na nyame adoma ukere be 27 January ewo apata Pentecost Park eho ene 6 a.m. ekopim 6 p.m. ene beba so eye openyi donko ono ene ye busu openyi afi eye okunani a zisia no ne nyina tutu aka no nsem eye Mrs. Rosemary AJ afi eye emani bi Davina AJ and afi Daniel AJ awo UTV Kumasi and a Hello FM. Boho edumedie so oka production team no. Ne papa ni mpong and a da form. Nyame adoma monko jae ewa apachapa ukwere be na yenkoye owura Tony Kofi AJ na wotwe eda. Yadamase ne se mobeba na bibia etime aye kama. Esa enetie Ghana Mons as nation pays last respect to JJ Lawrence, former president of the Republic of Ghana, Fight Lieutenant Jerry John Royce. Ghana records 679 new COVID-19 cases. Active cases 3,286. Election petition. MPPs McMahon Jane Menza testify against former President John Dramani Mahama in election petition. Akufo-Addo nominate new ministers for second term. Over 16 ministers maintain portfolio. Sir Enetie appointment first listener Abba and no and one former President Jerry John Lawrence Yashene Yase and then passing comment krakra or minor a year the network a dear Jan the Quine crack COVID is so quite election petition Supreme Court of the Republic of Ghana Bessa Transit. There's a new motions be brave and as a cotton into a charming himself by 9 a.m. You're behind the TV so sir and a tear. And you will come back up as so you're saying you want to tell now you're just here because you're upon city is upon Nyamkeye in that's all general. Yeah, boss. Merci beaucoup. Now, a year Lawson Beverages Company Limited. Woman Abamadan so Musa Numrefa Bohobium, Efabre Tifo nyina, Womakofa delay man betes at the Abasumi, Wombomodna Chifi, a year delay man cap sauce moon, and Omadiabasumi, the Bojuma Papa, Obamodna Fabiseya, oh, Bema would be fire, man, Pemti, fine pa. There was a crying Beman on Quo, a money in a money memina, also baby or wow, a year menstrual flu, no, Yana intimate Kui Papa, and Kui cry, I say you see a bill. Makra so enti yes anwa wontimi nkanto said the baby our nam
yes and have and maninya ideas will be na so bo mod man sanka ye delay man betesia and so timi bua e pa ma say be flow no utimi regular flow na chesa amma bibia timi ko yi e dia ma we so timi 7 bibia he aponto ase wedding ase engagement ase ubetimi ase na de na we so ye no mo enti no mo timi bia e da cool ene no chin so meti paye e bi o wa wi ase di uti beti ya pa wono nya senkuma akra wo benu ho so kono mo ye delay man betes entesa ene no chin so kra mpo no so wonu ma etimi boawo mo wonu mutimi te no wotimi atibia di bibia kama na first 9 man obema ama me vitality enti bomoda mi nsanka bi na etimi aboe pa Nyamkeye Dr. Lawson so ahye fine ene wodi bi ko bulo ho ntuko bolo say ya ubetiminya pi afiye ko keo nso a every joint around keo yebetiminya bi kayo eye delay man bites e boye man meme nyina na aponto bi ase yebetimi so asevui e depa me nadao ya bomodina na free number we na jiwo die simple kra 0248 619999 0248 619999 obamada na gibia ebeboa pa ma bibia ko ye pa wo mo na so emu sa nyanwumre yemfa boho biem emfa mra ya tiefo no chef merci beaucoup
oui on
va chane maybe
okay ebada say ya boswe tew yenkona yenkoshe enkomo twitwino ase yeba
Bohobio is politics. Bohobio is on Hello FM. Bohobio, Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. on Hello FM with your host, Sampson Kwame Nyamkeye. Let's talk politics. Bohobio, Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Hello FM with Sampson Kwame Nyamkeye. Bohobio
ampa yasa aba. Bizangadia?
Sam.
Akwaba.
Yenyo.
Efishapa.
Afiban come to here. But 2021 is here.
Ewo programs.
Yeah.
Hey, Nyamkeye.
2021 de maba.
Mena me host here.
Yes.
Hey, oya sure pa.
Oh.
Oya sure.
No correct.
Hey. Sa. Hey you. Nyamkeye. Nyamkeye there's an Nyamkeye.
I know I'm disappointed and come by no the anka 2021 me third time ni.
Hey, really? I would say after the year.
Baby. Yes.
Oh, okay. So buy an appointment in my own.
Debbie. Adano. Ukaya mene honorable Fuseni.
And a buy.
Na
me bobo me list.
Bobo say.
Na me list the end failure.
Oh, afa.
Sa do ana.
Afa.
Do ana.
So honorable ka so wa kan de no anu.
Oh. Ni ambese be je tu muzama na remind appointment in.
Yes.
The kind man who change.
Adano de na rumbo na de mai. Engineer aba. Yes.
Engineer ebe kan wasem.
Atofem.
Hey, Zua.
Kwame.
Akwaba, Efishapa.
Afiko mate.
Na bi abokore.
O bi aboko akase ye be ye kufa de fa kunyanso no kwanaka.
Obi hwe. Menti de okan o voice no form.
Me say bibia ye boko akase ye be ye kufa de fa kunyanso. Na bibia.
President. Na kase president akufa do.
Fateme, president akufa. Ghana for petite.
De bi ehia pa.
Eti ya ka Biden bibia no say Biden na make president. Ka kufa do be
ye system no ya kama unza.
Tati ya Ghana for de do. De no naka. Na me di na nya kwesi o.
Oh,
me di kwesi.
Azuba ha kene. O ka me yem sha me ka say mako body bia just question okay wo dey kwesi
me di kwesi
wo dey enso
ya ngo me akwesi ada ya wo me kwesi ada nje fe me kwesi KWASI
you mate me da se
na enye kwesi
David
akwesi kunadu
Kwame fu ina na le wada
honorable akwesi kunadu Efishapa
me de ndie ya akwesi
eno
me de ndie ya akwesi
Efishapa
Having come to you.
Na bibi abokore.
Ente na dumuru ya ho ya pa.
Ekoyi
pa.
O first time in a parliament, not to say.
Oh, no boko.
2 3 or 4
no boko. And it was just as expected.
O first time I ura chamber ni. Unye MP no remuda.
Oh no. Me want chamber order.
Yeah, me kono na manu that ko me wurem.
Oh, bet me room. At least you can even bet me room. About the
baby wa.
When I was chief executive in Koku Ati me MP no. Ode na kwa na ye ko agaga ho no.
Ode ko ya. So obi afa anko there you can't.
Yes.
Pedra me shadow dem ko no. Omo pe contempt. I have chako.
Ndi how you come?
Oh, how you come?
Is how you backbencher.
Oh, me a parliamentarian. Me take the chamber of parliament.
Yes.
Maybe I'm yet tea no coffee no so na also. Come on, no so from.
I said obi na ye ne beverage joint.
Theater no be
obi na ne beverage joint ho.
Na obi ana no beverage. Ye tu obi beverage.
We say me wo we. Ya can be me wa de ko.
So e kire ho. Nwe mo so ya ta jibi.
I feel me kwa coffee.
Park no so.
Oh, say o passport office one. Maybe mo na fufu bi
was it kwesi for me wa
kwesi for
and I say kwesi ofori
dia kwesi
ofori
okay man
okay to say director of operations Ghana Police Service
yeah ono say
kwesi for
ono say kwesi for amba
ono fa che me fi adanse
oh but me na kwesi for
you mate Mizangadia for some reason maybe remember where they say we know ye morning they say tau young appointment who say appointment aba so far who say and you na we expecting a buy ana na was a binom wo ha omo be ma na was nko omo tra bench obi wo ha o ti bench I was a ko be mu am ma na minti o
Sam Didi kind of me free numbers no. Numbers no die na minim say president better number no dey call first time so.
And somebody come from
Aye. And the name is obe by homies obete so. Inti na me expect between 70 and 85. That was my expectation.
Yeah.
But so we heard the buy na baby is a Ministry of Agric any fisheries was as a pretty in the name of kakra na me expect say agric ni na animal rearing fisheries crop production ni na beba under one ministry e hono da so ye me nwa kakra ena Sam Dambutri awaba local government nso nyamwa nyamwa if you say obitimi aye dwuma no wo ho nyamwa pi ena honorable aduchumzo aba education no nyamwa
on the exam man for
yes
come
as a man for ka omra na Sam se me bompa ma honorable aduchuma empire me bama no an say honorable na spirit no de wo education ho no erade mfa bi nka ono so no god given talent o de ba ho education ho no na spirit na no de education ho no so eboa pa wo do you remember said na buy na ye wo staff of Ghana Education Service no more overstay over age more than 10,000. Okay. More than 10,000. Na omo education hono mu a omo fi abroso. Mimi asa decision way it takes a bold leader. And obetimi dey na si fama take this decision way o. It takes a bold leader. And I win him the implementation of free SHS no. And so wo hwe ahoden ni ahokeka na podi ye adwuma no a enye mwanwa se wo ko energy ho nso hia obi a okura sa spirit ni bi enti honorable aduchum very humble man very knowledgeable man. But Accra American education at Nabans woman and in your ding. Because education also here near Dink Accra. A kahun. Inti Ena Mame Ayukobuchi Sampson. Ono so nyame nwa wasa wasa aba. Ne hono wa adwuma o. Na me fi se nke bia ye wo other place bia ihia obi ode sa spirit no bi nso ba adwuma. Ebe se sane ma wo a. Ohwe problem ana Ghana ye wo with the passport. Ugo passport aji so koda o. Jiso she de buku appointment. Na obi afrew aka che say bra this time. Ugo fill form ni wi and after some time odo onsa kwa akusisi machine so. Ansan what mean your passport. Enti se ma apply passport online na you know. Ma me no change no the aba a hallmark of a good leader. Until the other places be a je ene nyankopon adom wo hwe DVLA a ese nema kofem kakra che kane no now nema sesa kakra first na no zo lance sika no zo timi the car no ku e join ni kiwa by say nya branches bebre no sa problem na solve unim sam o man chichire ade aya na ebu ya ni egu so se no so ka o man na ye ka so o man develop ya and also ka ho a time I was spending in office. Time I was spending in office. Into my bia or bank. I could join the kiwa could dibe hours or bank no. O money developing country. Into ne abe for near my basse who fee kura at your own convenient time. Would me apply for you can say passport. Visa a chrese. And may be a
foreign affairs.
Foreign affairs. Uti fear, kwanya utimi, faso access usika be a dawa councilma. As a nema day, konenim. And there, I did have a crown say, as a mumu for ne yaji bank in a Jumanafo. For that, I'm surprised. As a Bank of Ghana, I am banking, no be a could di.
No, so omo regulate your activities now.
Oh, but let me feel say
because they see an agree to way. A bad thing say when you so visa card now what you are not person your transaction. And your banks in na obeti me aye minimum de ebi ana ebi no ya na dwe but the two way say momo yi na o press and I'll send the movie me person transfers can within seconds neko.
Unim. Sa innovation you know. Nanka me expect say Bank of Ghana and from bright banking system.
Nanko monye. Rather than say a giant essay private yikura enye state owned. And no more control. That is my worry. But convenience charges woman. Omu Bank of Ghana. So
but so ubemba ubiaye na waju bibi de wow ye na afa so na senkenwe.
Anyway.
For
convenience sake.
For convenience sake, dear. Obajuma no mo ye ni ye. And I do the swim crowd me send this car.
Obi mo chire me say no bi wo ye ya papa no send.
Only that a man no team free. And your free ya send we.
Na ben le. Yes, ya wo be me de due.
A man team free. And as some Ignatius ba for wa.
Yeah.
On say o share last 4 years sir. My cost strike, my hisi, no femu.
Yeah.
No femu.
Abana homode.
Inti hono. Echiresa o techire mabia. Utimini edwumayefo.
Ono kra ku 4 times. Say no ku 4 time on your appointment do.
Yes.
Ku 4 time. Yes, on your appointment.
Inti o qualities bia.
Yeah.
On say nipa ho edwumaye den pa o.
Eden.
Inti Bible one
character
o Bible mu a me respecting Moses.
To manage human beings is very difficult.
Moses na department na nyankopon se fa macho
no dia boss
no dia boss say department na ma afedie nyankopon ma order kura no pese wo ma ne traso no wanya de orhwe ne ntem nipa ho adwuma ye de nti obia owo the qualities say otimi ni nipa tena no mo asundwe mu no na just a special person in this opening no so baby o call no me bona baso if he say eye ebi wo hono mu a wakeka bo mu a there is expectation of Ghanaians and Ghana for expect this time around here and say yet to say na no de no kakra obviously it be no ministry no be serve particular purposes
you must say
good
I was
say free ho o madwuma o de ma o le adwuma na de share no nsa no so wa ye wie dia aden na o say ministry no cost da ho senior man Alan ono so de ho de ofiti ho a o
trade
ofiti ho a na afin so kenufuri atanso someone who's one person.
No, who be back on Mrs.
Oh, no. No, me expect to see a Bessano.
Oh, okay.
Because who say, only governor of Bank of Ghana. No one said any contradictions. Said the Ghana near one first, no. Bank of Ghana can't win a minister, finance minister, Ababe can't win. No, Omojumana collaboration and one very strong. One thing, sir, banking crisis, no. So institutions imi no my idea pa Ministry of Finance and Bank of Ghana say juma no mo ye no Sam juma sun
okay obi de yaba o say under John Adekunku for na Ignatius Bafo why MC e was sunyane
wow
and na actually ye elevating to regional minister.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, a very experienced person.
Yes.
Who said na juma wa nyina
King James medase King James
na juma wa nyina oni ni pankita hudie saa na de no yes edina dru ba bia edru no enti na ba ko bi no mienu bi no mo ho no okay meka ba ko no chireme for no ba ko no the no regional minister na na so far no a majority chief we bon no but the am say JH men some pencil sunyane obenya sa no aka nsem wi no afa onwadi I would tell you.
No, one I said, on can't find anything. No, can't find anything.
Unfortunately for Zuba, the phone and the microphone. But
Unim, if you ask him, you hold him, as in Cinnabon.
Oh, my Japan will be funny and kind of.
Oh, Zuba. Asembia said the canoe.
Eh, in Ghana is mobile booty.
Baby. Zuba Asembia said the canoe.
My bunu.
Zuba, in you be an new fear 70. Be an new fear 70.
Example.
Oh, my example be I. Zuba meba also. Zuba meba also. But my
oh, ain't Sam? One numbers na ya tiso no ebeboa ena e kire se dipani bi wo ho a ombo omo ho modin a omo nso yesi wo so a kire se adwuma a wo ye no asombo ena obi ti se dambutwe ono nso so ba bi e na be hye no ubisa na Sampson manage ho pa because it means o that qualities na obetimi aye adwuma wo
e bi so ya grassroots person.
Oh unse Ghana e politics no sankrofo no ebo omhomodin omo a especially omo de politics ni free school mu onenamu na party nu o kwa one grassroots ni nenam no saafo no de omo to adwuma no a dodo no a timi bo omhomodin ni yi enti Sam
mate me only a kakra with a nemesra mama fanje we appointment sada me list na list na bam me kakra na say mesre na nado danko akufuado enim se ministers ni bi wo ha unim se yempo ye beka se ministers no omunyina enye the same.
Oh yes.
Ebet baba so omunyina cabinet but ebi hu sin
Ebi wo wait.
Yes. Eye regime bia. Your ministers bi wo ha. Some members of cabinet ministers 19 grana. Omo nyina wait ne nyepe. But adia ba akwa maka wasama sa kan se. Omampanyini ministers awayi omi. Omo deputies no. Kasa che ministers ne se. Omo nye messengers o Tom. Omo nye messengers. What you say? Because in some be wa amanfo ntimenka. Ye wo deputy ministers bia. Kempo ya ma appointment nankeye. Nankeye. Ye tritu mu say messengers. Just idea koko read this speech nko a. Idea bibia won bia onko. Mini minister bia cabinet minister ya saye na yi. Ni deputy minister ono omo ko sa akopem say yeto aba. And sabi o enya won kwana ni ya appointed deputies. Enya won kwana success story na eba no. Won kwana we.
Unim in political party some.
Enya
ya na appointment ne ba omo a party ni bond to omo contribute so much no. Ya na ya so omo akoye untouchable.
Now we untouchable nko betima ye.
Yes. Ya na so omo akoye untouchable.
Enti me say omampanyini che adwuma no.
Good.
Because na kufo no che. Ofre wo ye minister, o ka kire wo say bia wo na ye minister. O deputy o che adwuma no say we be we. Typical example. Local government for instance, and the minimum ente me kan na Maso Kofi Dwuma so ne bu mfome. Tama ye appointee Maso Kofi Dwuma as a deputy, also free KM no. O ye deputy local government minister. Sir Obekaya. Na honorable Ejeda Akon. And no ye minister, substantive minister. Na deputy ministers need two. Maso Kofi Dwuma ne one other person me refer no di. O man penyin friend. Minister, we your deputy. Ejuma no ye che we be sanitation so we be say obi anya na ejuma. Na nkwa yes minister tiwa opa and watch say ejuma kura deputy minister be say chief director nkwa. Enti ebi wom very soon ye be bobo bidi. And nam so kura ba ma ebi no lusu omu seat. Because what to say, Kwame deputy minister kura no ko ye na ejuma kura as parliamentarian. Never so
maintaining the seat.
Enti no
na ne pena ya na.
Baja say. Oh, Zuba, we a politician. We nim the American. You mani bua. What in chain no na waka we. Oh, nim the airco. And Parabo credo. I mean, you take a crowd a appointment so far near Ban. Quiet. Zuba, the oak be a bio microphone. Maybe so. Miss Angeta Matu may be so.
And I feel one can. Sammy, Yancha, wait for Yaka for my gibrate numeri. No crack. So, Ubehumwa. There is excellence in another damn quick for the second term. Before, even prior to say, list with Barbonteno. And that we didn't come over with Brahma Krata Krababontin explaining how the new ministry appointment in Obayeno. And in one breath, those now the first appointments were here in the first term of about 120 ministers. There was a strong conviction why or yes, Mediano. Because the party and the government needed to pursue a certain agenda. Everything Abuama Ghana, my puntu, let me a contempt, the friend accelerated development, let me a contempt. They created so many vehicles, I never bought. You can vehicles such as a ministerial portfolios, I never bought me at me at this age, but getting and rolling over into our second term, what transnebun convohochia, a D2 is a Jumedian Bibrio, the Basi, a Babayano, a Timia Yam, a Drufa Pimbia. So if it me consolidated some of the ministries in Libya, a bit me at twice with the free. To be more, the maximum that we are looking at now are about 85 ministers with deputies money are there. And now what they kind of the first 31 of these ministerial appointments in Adiaba. No bigger. Them even cry on the floor of Parliament. No bigger so a recycle. And when you are there, be a son of a canon. But I always ask myself, I said, President Boho even halfway through the first term and now the first 4 years crowd also no or you reshuffle or switching ministers maybe from one portfolio onto another portfolio and money are there. So after 4 years, now a president decides that this is the new line I would want to 20 300 harmony are there. You'd ordinarily say recycle money are there. I mean, maybe purely you don't understand Jumedini to try and respond to those individuals. What is important for us? And is are we going to be able to deliver on the mandate? Yes. Are these ministers going to help us do that? Yes. So that is where our focus is. They said the appointment committee of parliament, Ebejibre. Now it me have 30 ministers. Now what me have started in Jumedia, Yade Ebesha Wonsa, Net me aboa. Ama manifesto promiser, Yadema in our second term, no yet me achieve. So that the development of this country, both in terms of fiscal development and human development in anatomy akonenim. Intinim paiboni ya debeta ye ni anumwa ya pounds umidise jumedinechi. Na ya huwa den we futu makwanche. Eni susu hunu biya na ye nimbiya no suni yeti mili aiden. Eni ya kahun ama omu. Na ya chanse nyambe ya dumune ona bedi eche nisu nina ansu biti mi yaba. Tiso de okani na biti mi atokese ni ya ye jumeni so that we would deliver on the promises that we made to Ghanaians, as well as to be able to fulfill our manifesto promise. And I may add more. For na way ni fi nice one. Yet me edisum kunim na ya twaso. Adwene Ghana my ho abu Ghana me ya me puntu no etimi consolidated. Tina my take on that no so far there.
Na so omunya anye ho ma date on. Appointment committee so omunya
committee nya ma date. O say nyame adum list ni nya ba na Mr. Speaker J and he read the formal communication from the president or referred to the appointments committee, which was the chairman. The chairman and the committee in Betrase, so that they will set a date for all the ministerial positions, to say the now cano. A bimu here was a bantam, for instance, National Security Minister, Finance, Energy. Because ordinarily, now we are running on the quarter budget in a draw on last year, and which would end somewhere around March. So you need a finance minister in place. Let me draw a new budget that will carry on the whole year. Yeah. The person needs to be vetted and brought in fast. And into the year, say, we are sure by a channel, we will furnish the house with the date for which ministers to be vetted.
So it means that just a vetting we answer deputy ministers are bana.
No. I think the president can always make his communication and bring it. But I think that because we hear ministers now, because I think in the first term, I think the Nina Kraba boom, most of them Eba boom with some CEOs money.
Tamana a regional minister, not deputies, them say Eba boom.
Yes. But currently now from the communication the president has sounded means the regional ministers aren't going to have deputies. Yes, they are going to have deputies. They said you actually minimum say fit na ko ni be hu time ye de be vete ye nuan mu mpanyinfo ni anu metimi aba be fa omo rules na play na boama yetimi asset up a full government and start rolling. So yes.
Matime that say Ziba ave bramo.
Me say I'm a chairman the national hero. Obi a Ghana ho do e wona kumem. Momo na baso nyini pa nyina na ne nua wi o ma japade obenya kukudu aka ne bedwa me se me nua panyi am de na chi ono okrofo o aka kire man panyi se o de ne ba me meto atia no what I say no be because I hope you was say me nua no ni kapre me na me man ska be ye chairman me mpehwe fi no bo sunya ne zaase no sunya panyi fo fa ma o ho nko ama meto ya se fa ko yoku o se me dia kodada ade na omunya wase mi de mawie madwuma na nyinya Ghana for nipa edua ade bom kotodwuma obetumi wo ni aka ni se ya ka Ghana nke ni se nke yebre. It is such people we celebrate them because probity, integrity and accountability are very key ewo amamu ene oman cheche weti bebia honorable ameya cheme o bia da me hunu bia me tokosia ba kwaba no oya de pa Biba appointment is yanyamre yakoko din mu ministries no bebe ha na ka mo mpanyi betima ye ho adwuma bebe ehia te se de na wo ho na ehia na we ye free ho na zongo ministry say ni hu ade bia o mbeye ye zongo se de o mbe hu no sa no muja no me hu punto ba ko mda ba bako ani adada o me ba be ye park into the park ba zongo na ti zongo ha nyina to atwa zongo fo nyina mobo. Is that what they need? And no bako no na be wani de anwa white be de agusu imfi 9 park ba ko a wodia grass nya se wo stadium park ba ko pe bako no ye de anwa agusu sa ebi otafo ebi o fa kropo ho a chire ho ebi ho so me kropo chire ho no ebi ho bodu oni ya de anwa white bi agua me say TV na park kaka ya mu ye kaka so me mu ye me hu de zongo minister ne be special initiatives in them some bobo macron na course cause be there 1 million one course 20 ni amount 8-seater water closet toilet facility am mercy bida as come this year going to 250,000 ni ya ka say 1 million course 20 de musa kan ni amount boho ade 15,000 ni ya raise can be brave. I mean there was a vehicle for stealing of national revenue enti oguna edugu amemwa amfan for perfect bia amre but ka oya alignment no maybe to set transport sheshe mo na nka de kan route no ho any
so the aviation aka transport
aviation no nya power de no ba ombe aviation apart from kutokaya the diffusion of my covered bay any de no be omba amount a plane entire plane back over me hu ade bia be ye wo
na a transport ministry in the also came from rules.
Yes,
really?
Yes,
rules.
We
transport.
We have had. You know what? I have been an officer of the court of arms. I've been in government. I know how these institutions function. The minister, a lot of technocrats.
Mebo, ye ko ye chikakra. Me fan say from Kufuor time. Ebe pim mama time. Abreben any day rules and transport.
All is our best.
Yes, and what the boy do baby na near mana you know. Enter America from Kufuor time.
Who can start Kufuor? Kufuor is not the standard for democratic governance.
Oh, I didn't know kaza.
Who person the Kufuor be na yemfanye measuring road.
And as well me can team me say from Kufuor to mama. Me say from
baby I will pay convenient for the discussion I'll call you. And I say we have had that portfolio in this country.
Me in fact me person me say
I'm expressing
from 2001.
And I don't want to rest from 2001. I want to look at Ghana as a whole.
Not a view. So from 2001, Eddie Bano, which Ghana now Ghana as a
and one. Makasem, and I'm developing basis for which I'm saying it. So allow me to develop the basis. Because I would 2001 who Kufuor na at example for me, it doesn't wash. Say Kufuor for Nimiasa. Atamos befa Nimiasa. Mahama befa Nimiasa. If say ibetima ye hu bibi Kufuor do adem because the status quo increase government expenses on appointees.
But so now we are part and parcel of government. Who serve as a MC? Who to make cultural abina also?
Me to make a chair abina cousin. Into the chair in chair me. Say no a mistake. I chair repeating mistake.
But what is mistake in this? Me, I don't see any mistake in
so let me allow if you allow me to build my point. That is when you see the mistake. Anyway. For me, because I'm me imagine how bizarre you. You what you know? What can I make what you? Me imagine how bizarre. It is said there me.
But what you what you know? Ah, wunye new. Ah, why MC? Ewa bebuda. Ah, why you know? I have every right to also ask you. Why didn't you ask?
Okay, say me MC, you know. Me better na fi no maintenance engineer no ma bi am ye MCA manye ni ya me opportunity anka bi anka menya ne sa. There are a lot of things that with hindsight minya anka menya ne sa. Anybody there, as you see, development, it's dynamic. Human nature, we are dynamic. So as we get along with time, demands, and the exigencies of the time, you know, and the moment said, and I said, I'm menanti. Ochena, Mrs. Menanti, and I'm saying menanti say no. It's just a son could see say, into Adichia Mrs. Massa. Look, uko the ministry, sir. The political heads really give direction. The actual work is done by the technocrats. Now, railway, air transport, road transportation. So what is wrong in having a Ministry of Roads and Transport and you have a minister and a deputy or two deputies? And then you give them specific portfolio to say the ministries be the environment my way, the ways my way. Yes, say deputy minister, we have ministers for roads and transport. Ministers of road and transport say their money two deputies. One is in charge of rail transport and let's say sea transport. Another is in charge of air transport. And then they have specific director of aviation, because if you go to the ministry, they will have them. Director of aviation, director of with some heads of departments. And then the minister, together with the deputy ministers, will formulate a program, comprehensive one, the technocrats will work with. And then we reduce government pay. Government expenditure on government machinery. There are a lot of things that we can do. Why is it that agriculture? I agreed with him that it's a sector that is related with agriculture. But then agriculture, it's entirely huge thing. But it can be merged on with directors. You didn't have a problem with that because Nima dream say we could, because you see real minister for railways. We have had ministers for railways. That is the worst performing ministry in this country. Yet Siana Mampenye de Asobo from say Cassia on baby train real light Yakob was Upo train cobet. Namenu Munu, Yafa bet
Zuba Sabajo. And yet when we are summer now come. What's that transport ministry and rules in Cambo? NTT, Nientia Medeo call back no. Your ministries in Ibuwa. Oshasini Jumaniswa Esson. And at least for about 20 years. You ministries. You are
the moderator.
So, and into the refer one car railways.
You are the moderator.
No, and your railways in the
yeah, Sampson, you are the moderator. I'd wish you would moderate and you allow me to do the analysis.
But you may assure Baza Zuba. Because
then you can,
to the greatest of respect.
You cannot respect how I should do my analysis.
Respect my respect my
what I find it very disrespectful when you decide to narrow down my thought. How I should put
the American chairman say, and your railway are some of the
and I may person me say railway is a transport ministry.
And
it is real transportation. And I'm saying that we could easily have Ministry of Roads and Transport. We could easily have merged Ministry of Transport with Ministry of Roads. And every transportation sector comes in there. And I still stand by it. Every transportation sector must come there. Because the job is not done by the minister. The minister provides direction. The technical people to execute the minister's policy and program for him. And we could easily have done this. But Mampenino no Akonya, and I will say Obefani say the fact that Rollins Aberson and Tessa Kufo came to change it. Atamos Abe repeat. Mahama Abe repeat. And I was part of Mahama's government. If it is wrong, I cannot say it. That one I cannot comprehend. So me, I feel that railways, Ministry of Transport, roads should have been merged. Again, I agree with me and say Ministry of Agric, any aquaculture, KMAG and Kebeba. One other thing is we should appointment in the Muzwa. As I boa Emma Ekano Ekoso. We have a minister for Works and Housing. And then we have appointed another Minister of State for Works and Housing, which is then going to create duplication. That is when between the various people, because you have a Minister for Works and Housing or you're responsible for that ministry. You are going to give the person a deputy minister, and then you create a parallel position, Minister of State for Works and Housing. What is she going to do beyond what the minister and the deputies are going to do? And it is our fiction. And I'm going to say, we undermine we be say, we. Yeah, boy. That one, I feel that something could easily have been done about that ministry. Then you come to specific persons named for specific ministries. Honorable Kandapa, fine gentleman. I think that to some extent, why you are there as Minister for National Security, the only problem with him why he failed to work on intelligence. Say Homeland Study Group, they are going to attack state institutions in the voter region, and in spite of the abundant intelligence we allowed them to attack the STC yard, attack a police station before we're able to act. Beyond that, I think Waye Juma or Twaso, Minister for National Security, Honorable Ken Oforiatta. Waye Juma. I think Waye Juma, to a large extent, has been able to help stabilize the macroeconomic indicators to some appreciable levels. On the appointments committee, because there will be a lot of questions on Ajapa and PDS, but I am sure he's likely to go through. Honorable Chairman, I think he's distinguished himself over the period. The industry and trade outlook was not bad. Defense, Dominic Nitul, apart from the invasion of the Chamber of Parliament by the military, which would, I'm sure, will come up at the vet, he's okay. Honorable Ambrose Derry, there's one problem I have with him, and maybe daylight robbery because so North Kaneshie. That was somewhere around 2017, early parts of 2018. Now, if you are getting in the heat of that thing, now I'm on for baby air first Yemen international because he was failing on that security. Obesha boss or the helicopters. Police for mom the air patrols in a major cities during the day, so that daylight robberies na the police could care better. The Nepal people South Africa ko training. Ebekande mfin helicopter na tebu bakoko ambambe bedruye. Beyond that thing, if he say we handle the entire ministry way. Surely Ayokobote, just as my brother said, why are there? But there are two questions he has to answer satisfactory to the people of God. Omo ma be deep post ni bi no. Ejuma bi omo ye ese sinto ba wa yem bi so omo nsem. No muni anu na amanfo a omo tumi omo kesene e was anoma no. Omo adwemu nya omo fine. First one me pese ma be nkobi ya no Belgium. Ye account bi e bank be close no. And Oslo Gate scandal no. I would want to deal with those things. Dambuchi knows the nook and cranny of the country. To become a successful local government minister, also we need a fair idea of virtually every corner of the country. Amemo ni na ekoso won potem. And amemo na kuma any the various district assemblies. Needs, aspirations. Say minister no any year. Anytime be a chief executive be ban na so no all pay be through him from a specific ministry, because of minister knowledge of the country and the problems obetimi edinanim ama or this the district. So I think that Dambuche is an excellent one. Napo obi amfa ne sabunkum chen papa himfi. That's my brother. I am praying for him say obekom successfully. Na Honorable Edichum papa no oyobia mabedon na sentem oyedwumade bi won important mo say over a period of time, opesonya 100 engineers. Contenance ni impossible so. Now we found 30. I wish half of Ghanaian politicians can emulate him. Neka enche. Yema no besesa. And me feel say wherever tablet Baba Ministry of Education hobia oba no the explanation but even those who disagree with him ne temperament ne deep demeanor etimi calming the waters down, and I'm sure that as a substantive minister he will do much better work. Enipa mienu and I mean susu say ahia omo fifi betem kaka o committee nanim nipa mienu bi o hada mame hawa kumsi fifi befino
and why they
ozen
why they
officer of the coat of arms under President Kuwa the first. Now officers of the coat of arms no adeɛ baako a yɛdi kan yɛ ɛne sɛ swear to the constitution, say would protect and defend the constitution no fapem pa ɛyɛ human rights and the kwan yɛbɛfa so yɛbɛbɔ mu ɛho ban. Say an officer of the coat of arms, minister of state etimi kɔ nipam ɛkɔfa 222 would have going through say even for Nippon Pie Bonnie would have taken them through proper due process of the law. Now, there's some way somehow there's some breach, and I want Parliament to take responsibility for her conduct. Now, yeah, also identity no, yeah, final to pepe. Beyond that, Amewu. Dr. Kwame, I think it's okay. Ignatius Bawo will handle employment ministry on a year. Or hire one tough ministry part because of labor agitations. And I think that Papano, I show some examples before young politicians to understand him and be able to copy some of phenomena or to make sure that the labor front, even when there are upheavals, what me am managing. All in all, I think but I want to congratulate Honorable Simon Osemensa, Ashanti Regional Minister. Ebnipan be or blunt, but in this region, we need somebody like him to manage their affairs. And I'm happy to say Juma Oye, Asom Penifuni, Yasa Mana, Akwenya, Ede Ababetano. If there's one person or MPP Abel Mukasa Menfam Sanshi Mumano, Inse Mumano. So when it comes to integrity or her, I think it should be Honorable Simon Osemensa.
May I say Zubana Otin and Kano, Honorable Akwasi Kunedu MP for Menziano Vakasa, Afe Mr. Kwabna Usum Ketia, Tutor Kumasi American Senior High School Swakaza, and Afe Honorable Kwesi Ofori Ajimai Bodi, former MC Obuasi Swakaza. Kovi. Hey, Kwagu.
Boss.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you have been mum. I see for the DNA.
It is all in the Abomwana. I will try to tell because and they ain't 10:30. No. We ain't do that. You graphic boy. More days. My will start your because I was in
and you will try to. Yo, and Tiaquanim, merci beaucoup. Way a man who both do Massa and what Diable wasn't an ad to grow a focus. Papa said the near Brisso be developed Ghana, and just in Kuma Cram Pine was here for Mama Papano when young one then quad dear. Yamidumno, what? Ghana Bekonim, Jamil Boache, and if Rascon were there was the MPP would deliver pa all the campaign promises in was it Ghana for the entry 2024 Yendumuno, news a Ghana Kodim, Abdu Draman, Bichim, was Samuel Majo, why are dear pa won't pay for you, Yakupu Stampa, one apple and find the also ban one child, the other just any, while Makra na a ye, I feel was you bub watching. And if you never hear what bay was it gonna phone in a Ukraine? Oh, we are in the state of mourning. Or Mampenda that Jerry Rollins, Papa was the ye, Yankupu Chidiampo for Crency pa, pe asonam, rest in perfect peace. Where if you a young ponsa, profile him fear and also diable yam. What does that mean? Yankupu Chidiampo Shamu Pamu Boduma. Na Ghana for COVID-19 COVID dangerous. we dangerous part was gonna for nya we obia mask up obia fa na mask nche tito yonkontam horonsa na afedi nyina wasi ni hyen pa no so netumi aboyen ama bia koye no mampenda da jeje wose papa wonso so nanti ye nyankopɔ twedi ampon wanye okosa abraham kukum ehunya nya manko ade wompe bebi mfa wontana merci beaucoup owura yamponsa krofa yimfi na wedi fiye fuseni esalifu adifra manase no dia bem wasi MPP and kro wodi mu Ghana kra ni makai Ghana for ehwo chi wonom no wasi aban sisai wasi so ho Ghana for mako dwaboka wedi fiye original yajman club 600 and also diabetes for ye was ya produce yambo sempa fama nanado fisa nanado bojuma panya sinkuma kra na titu pass an appointment na afi was ikuye pa onabo samo semensa ba mu was papa welcome sounds no chese onabo was ya odutwum won so ye minister of education wow onabo lunch matin was alanke as trade wow was ye pana fe onabo na po energy wow what you say ya diuyi chese Ghana yebekwe yedimu pa ana fi ofa dedua ewa nyefutu ofa good evening was say a history of Ghana can never be written be complete pa without say Papa J enkan what Papa J was so ya de pa no be kan Ghana nchima so ebe kan pa was Papa J rest in peace and if we free eje asarbe trade no so dia be wazu o na na dunu krumnim Ghana for wedi hwammo ye eniema nko ye kura was na wo ka kirawo bo na appointment dey was wo ye o and dey okasa wo nya dia na chese ne wo boa was wo ye pa nebum na this ye wo dey tudwanse eye Dr. Anthony Nsiasare wa bodwuma pa anti wo mampani ya Emmanuel uwire free no kra fi so openi no wo ya de menu brofu eduaduma san wo dia be was Papa J rest in peace nyame mfa wo see pa wasana na no criminal way capable way very more than capable so be bo ma Ghana timi akode nimu pa fa ntu be pefra wasana wanse be bo mpa dia ma no nimu COVID-19 no ye bo modena chese betimi so akon edi etia ana afen so ayura Eric koku aboaje edi free apromase ya jusu no dia be eno se same mu bo adwuma ma ya dia pa COVID-19 enka che Ghana for ese mo de se entity ehuntamu na ya dia na ehu wo chese nyankopon chese nko ade ya de be kwa bonten na weda no so wo chese bia weda no so moye papa
ya kwa kumeba debere meba
yo me
ma mbo wetel ya ngasa
wa ma bia mo shi
yenua ye national former national best farmer Mr. George Asamoah Gwa Ekis Mido na ninua ekuma adan sabon kumso ye Job appear AK Bafo no ye auto pump engineer I was Swami Mazi nya 48 years na nyame adom ochina ena ye na ocheda until 1 week ne beba so I was Swami opposite Swami Mekom
okay
until no yesre jam for ne tie for say ye Owura Job appear AK Bafo ano ye auto pump engineer I was Swami Mazi no wato nyame adom ochina ena ye na ocheda ye bedi no Swami opposite Swami Mekom intino ye Owura George Asamoah Gwa ena nansa hye sa enkraboy ase ye former national best farmer so kana
Mekai pa meti oka di no makai
yes
Regibel
fo bibre Tano north Tano south
wow
ntini nua kuma bako ena da fo ntini nyina ye nkona si ye dika ka okuara de no so
ye papa Tony
yes Kofi Tony yes nti Daniela Ella no nti nyame adoma okuara 27th Church of Pentecost sorry ana Church of Pentecost apatapa
area ho apatapa
hono ma ewa
mbajana
nti ye nyina ye nkona ye nkoye bajo bonete na ye nyina so
ye wi ela nyankopon wonka ho hwe enti ayesede na owura ya apromase owura reko no ka kire wose ye hwe yi pa COVID-19 no eno de ne ya adwene mesem fisi ya de no ayehu pa edi abrempon ko nyame no aboya etiase enti yi pa afesusu ye adwaji kum Nathaniel ewo ni odu biase eno se Papa J wa mesuma dru Ghana wira ho atu ye nanso so di Nyankopɔn pɛ na wayi wono na wode ma yɛn na waje wo anso so yɛbɛn de bɛn nyame mfa wo currency yipa production team so security for pa ɛyɛ radua group abodie group ɛne afei yɛ akontanom ne akomia bantema me yumu nyina Nyankopɔn
hyam na yɛ so yɛ nua ɛyɛ Mr. Kwame Karo Can Royal Can Royal some of your announcements no maame
and okay
say me ne be ya e was hwe also
okay
we the best pro if you are siripe e was hwe adwon ase
sure
Can Royal
sure Can Royal
Can Royal MD of Can Royal Company Limited
okay
Kwame Karo no
sure
enti no Kwame ya ma shedding pa enti Can Royal woni nuanu nyina sehwi baso ye na baso e wo sehwi adwuna se ye be ye president Friday no e wo honom yes na ye no yoso enti sehwi yoso man hene na tipuniti buman kama hey na buman kama enti sanity enti no MD of Can Royal ya ma shedding ya ma yako ye nyina ye ko sehwi na otwe wie sehwi yoso ene nyina yeko wawe
abio akatu pe na afa ye adu jamfi e ben edwoso do me abra na odi abai wase e papa je Nyankopon fa kranse yi ene obata mpa dwoso wonwen eno nsame wo mamu nyina adwo no mamadwuma nso so COVID-19 ye hweye na nado bebo dwuma de amayen ene wo chese petition de Nyankopon de bompa na we nkosi aga bia ene manko appointment nso waso bona na baso na enko nanim na ngana nko yi
ai makade boga makade Marcus
okay.
I was a good evening, General. Being arrogant and bossy will not make a person an effective minister, but humility and being respectful will definitely make a person an effective minister. Honorable Osei Educhum's appointment as substantive minister for education is long overdue.
Wow.
In fact, we the teachers are very happy and we welcome him. Yes. From Marcus
a teacher for any ajefu okay
MB yeah pon dia na beza oka so be 3 minutes here
enema kakra mini atena haka no and was basically no it in the vetting time ni by any public no
yeah
so if you say or any questions you person obisa when I had
so you can
submit to them, but however was interesting. But never also no so for instance, if you raise an issue about security, military for about parliament, and you want to raise that with Honorable Dominic Nitola, no museum share no crowd won't here because on the premises of parliament and in the chamber, no, it is only the marshal. I'm going to take charge of security, or it is a no feel say they need they would request for. And at that point in time, since our ministers no ebriaso and signed the chief president by Transition Act which we appoint to as the representatives of ministry at that particular point in time security
yeah and it's a soldiers a rap parliament house na say memfa say but granted the caretaker assuming say no a caretaker meaning that time no able from a caretaker
that honorable Dominic
me fa so ono say no a caretaker
that ni nyamfa
no we me fa say asam kana me deka niema na esisi wa parliament no soldiers are call intino Dominic waba appointment committee inti no ya disqualify no
yeah okay
it doesn't no people say inti no bet man they disqualify will be from holding
because you see
that position.
That is why I'm even telling you say parliament it is only the marshals I'm going to take security charge when so no marshal no feel say or problem they call in reinforcement but not the minister for defense even if Senator need to know. So if you raise those things here now, you can raise them for saying sake money, say be a obeka, na nuanum bi wo fie o mate na abeye yi money ade. But however, I am there and I'm interested in say emra na needing komo okasi emfa ministry ni bi nkoka bi money ade you made references to certain points in time no. Now want to was no. The point is that I am so glad to say Ufimu you are tenant chain no witimi chair na adwene wode na ban ye ho say
bebe unim na nya say bia na de o ka na say enye no kro de na
I understand
de na me line of argument enya say bia na me need em so still want to mas de na person me can so your ministry bia for a long be 20 years.
Sanity.
Ejin in America not to say say ni all can but I'm the one to myself.
Yes, but if you own idea or son and now you obey your say na failure. Okay, say that is why people have a problem with that. Everything is selective analysis. No, you need to say empeno. So I didn't just say ebienye, and you should have been bold enough. You are here commending Chemi, and I'm a boy. Say baby will be abeshi and abetokushi man. So what you need to know? Can I want to know with the manka? But you only end up what to the mention as them. Sanisa and no can so what you need to know when you are doing abetokushi at the amano. And then also with the manka. But the point is that some of these near man no money are dealing in would end up saying the performance Ghanaians are expecting from us as a government, you know, and who Median was here then, because we would hear some of all of these things. And he made mention of Honorable Kendapa and a certain intelligence that he believes. He said, I'm not now Western Togoland for no, it was so abound, there was in Kenun to regional. But however, you see, maybe you might not appreciate it, but it's one of those facts. So you're privy to certain intelligence. That's the intelligence, no be a certain maybe. Not said money disastrous, but it would only bring attention. Say by if you are taking decisive actions about near maybe a bit I believe sincerely that you should let that action come to play, because one, if you not affect human life, ne enkumnipa ense adia ehunu ema to renchem ni owe ne ensia ebi a ho behia se obejama adina ba ne nyina as oman will come to a certain realization. So if you base your argument on trada no ne sa na what they can say, those who give them challenges, our vetting committee na sia wono na me no nya adwene na me ntiasie mu no me hye den hunu de opese wo kire na see. So that's it. So it's good say and maybe we've all had an opportunity, but I think say if say me no I'm so glad he has members on the committee who are also from the party, the NDC. You can write to them. Sabeya, you see the answers and the reasoning that went into it. And I will take those decisions. No? And I rest my case on that.
And as we BBO constituency, PPs, and uniforms by 1,000 a year.
Yes. The reason is also I'm not locked down by COVID by any lockdown. It was almost about 8 months and some years abuse scrutiny. Never go high. I was always bit me up one high nipa Jumedia Moody. Now my school at the Shiaso at me I connect in Radiadom public schools are mentioned north in and a selected private schools are mentioned north. We deprived them. Coaches school uniforms almost about 1,200 sets. Even more exercise books. My nose masks, my sanitizer. Sebe on bit media born by during the COVID season. Then my friends went to me and be the school. As it was our crabby school and Atadia Shano. Crying sebi a 20 year. I had a my fair crabbing so because school. So no. And then because be cutting a few in the COVID, but I feel crano. It be an mammy and none janum now phone and a her phone. Bob more crime between who being as a beso massing. And as a COVID the area no sono, a pejanimu. To whom being as a year born the runos, and we would also be able to help them with a near my bebois. Ama etimias seize the spread of COVID no see you su near because all country be so nose mask. Nanya me don't say GS and Ghana Education Service board to distribute nose masks to public schools money are there. On be we private schools no so. But now so masu this can force on for me that mention of anono. Let's me boa. Now me contribute kakra towards the development of my constituency name munipano medication. And a man and opebo no you could shame. Now me asidabema head teachers they work mention of schools makumako public schools 12 and then selected the young bino. They were so fantastic. Money and dinner. Me imagine man ma can't show Oliver Twist. More would come. Oh yes, more would come. Because you see the development of the constituency and the Akumaso. Ye boama ye mofra no ni nuanum kuma na timi anya adisuano. Na eboa sese dachi se yen ya kan defo nani niwa. Ye benyo momba bitimi aso yetumu more than the aye no metimi ahwe constituency ni so ye dia mai. Ene ma ye koye adoye na ye koye ma ye nuanum menhia north. Ebuama adisia ekọ nanimo.
Honorable wayade ni obetuma ye na waye na ye da sepa. Amenko Zuba Yeah, point.
Honorable Kosikwadu no wanted on one Kazaki Kana, Yemen, and Minty no maybe I say. The Babetana, the analysis, you are asking for my opinion of issues. And I may say, I foresee somebody who is going to be before the appointment committee going through tough time because of ABCD. That's my perception about what will transpire before appointment committee. How then do you tell me, say, me maintain on my maze? Then I what else say me? And here back. 2, I have heard the Marshal of Parliament, or referendum, say, Onim be about the military, and they had no business. Please. When you I have heard him on CT radio. The man did say, sir, he has no hand. I heard him live. Oh, please, ma'am. When you were speaking, I say, the Marshal Inspector. I am quoting somebody.
You are quoting.
I'm quoting the Marshal of Parliament, say, see, he knows nothing about the military persons on the floor. And then they ask him about the deputy marshal now. Now, this is will be alleged, say, or the ballot paper, in the bottom, and the to pay videos about out. And was the guy look at taser. And who said the place was in turmoil, no? Quote unquote. He decided to position his taser well, just so on your be echo, share, Uncle Hamino, and into the ordinance, ballot book. So I've heard the man. And I'm saying that at a particular point in time, the president had not sworn into his new term. So the minister's term had not expired because it was going to expire when the president's term expires, and then he begins a new one, and then he asks them to have a new mandate. And I'm saying that I foresee him being asked about what transpired. And those maintain on my base. And then I mean to say, Obi ko parliament. Obi ko. So
you don't conclude by saying you say, when you're tough time. It means that you have information about what you say.
People
it
will have tough time.
By asking the question,
how? Those who have tough time. I'm mentioning specifically.
Just because I guess you when you're tough time. How?
Please, allow me to have my day. When you're going to what I say, and you decided to stereotype and be myopic, and I allowed you. See, my Mr. come as I said, do not cut the
fact that
you
should not be given that opportunity.
What's the parliament? Everyone why some of parliament, you don't know what is going on there.
Now, when you are parliament, I have heard the Marshal of Parliament saying that. Oh, Massa. Nadia now tears him. Nadia also tears him.
Oh, Massa. What can and then the 3 days already have been betrayed from MP Church Power. And
MP Church
When you are speaking, I was fine. Allow me to I'll be agitated because you are unruly.
Meba, Emphisa, Azuba. You bet me make a point and poor channel. You know
how it feels for somebody to start on Joker. Me as somebody.
Why you not know about 3 times now? MP.
Don't you think that is an insult? I take a second. I have heard the Marshal of Parliament saying that he knows nothing. Man, I've heard the man you quote. So are they in charge of the security of the place? And I heard him say that he knows nothing about it. So if the man is saying nothing about what what is this?
Debio Zube. Also say unim the worker camp. And I'm so what is saying.
I took exception to that.
And I'm saying
MP Chocho Puano what do you know?
MP Chocho Puano meba Chocho Puano.
And the man is only
Debio make less MP Chocho Puano.
MP Chocho Puano and say o catch him say minim the Kano. And you are catch him say the Kano okay.
Debio.
O catch him say the Kano.
Why you not say I baby on
some men has what can say. Men how
say travel no
be catch me say me nim the make can it's okay for you.
Because I knew the happy. Me happy say because obi nim the can. And so obi MP
you know what?
Me no shape Zuba make your point me enko.
Me say nobody abuses me and goes coffee. If you abuse me I'll apply you. That's my nature.
You find this as a abuse.
But now catch me say me penny say my drama cause you say me nim dia make.
But if you quote wrong,
what are you telling me?
What are you
and
trying
I'm
to
saying
say?
that you are quoting the marshal. I'm saying that.
And the mere fact that something has happened to be a tough time. What does that mean?
That's my appreciation of the issue.
Oh, please.
That's how I foresee.
If that is your appreciation, you can go ahead.
So talk about what you foresee.
So you go
and
ahead.
I'm talking about what I foresee.
So
and
go
then
ahead.
you want to tell me because I got the MP3 days because I tell you
we didn't have the cry is nothing.
Oh, massa.
The fact is that you must speak to fact.
Massa, you want
to a class of stuff. But it's not about that. We are here to make facts. We are educating people.
The fact is that I have heard the man responsible for security of parliament saying that he knows nothing about it. And I'm saying
so how do you expect somebody who is not in charge of security should know something about it? And that will give that person a tough time. You are not saying my mind. But
so
say what is
fact. Say what's your mind? And then
what argument
is the marshal in charge of the Ghana Armed Forces?
The marshal is in charge of security at that.
And then he said that he didn't invite them there. So who is the man in charge of Ghana Armed Forces?
No, they're in charge.
That's the Minister for Defense. And I'm saying that you have questions to answer. And what's your problem with that?
So he brought them.
What is your problem with that?
Is it the commander of the Ghana Armed Forces?
So when you ask him questions, he has to provide answers.
Is the minister the commander of the forces?
Give me some question.
So you ask questions based on the office and that will give the person problem. Continue. So nobody is saying don't ask them questions.
So if we are doing analysis and I'm saying I foresee these questions coming up. What's your business? What's your business in coming up with the
okay? 6 minutes after 10.
So continue.
You got to go. All right, Mr. Gadia.
Sam.
Oh my yango.
Sam bedasi. COVID no ne numbers na make am wasem kakra bi. Unim bibi. Mamini kamo ye doctors no ne ye nurses na baso. No kwasem ne say especially time of COVID neighbor no. Nze samni ni ma de ni sune ne ban. But doctors men kan say born doctors ne born nurses no. Omo a eye omo kra adwuma nkasa na omo kondo so person ye doctor or person ye nurse na omo ekwa adwuma no mu no. Omo timi gina pa koje Ghana. I remember eduru ba bi pie kura na okura fia wa wire no makura no musuru. But doctors ni bi timi gina ya say the attorney bi omo bi gina no. Sam woni mi say bonisha ase e ba adwuma na breska ska ba mu no. Packages ni ba mu na ni pa bia omo nye natural doctors and natural nurses no. Ajuzu ska ba mu dia yesu ebetu ho anamu. Unim bibi ya menwanwa kakra. Okay, say Sampson SHS for kwa kwatwere exams no. See ya. Edu SHS for kwatwere no. I say Accra girls. Na digididi ube social media na manfo twetwe schools bi omo entrance. Nom de atoto school we nipa say na nya COVID. School we nipa say na nya COVID. Me wan kakra ese ye make attempts ye be school bi ye be ko school bi ana sa ade na start kakra tembia ye se nkola ni ko school ba no kwase no mi say Sampson nkola ni pi wo ha school ye safer e ma o mo chefie nkola ni pi wo no ma time eti wa eti COVID ni ade ye won koda o nam ka kwan ho tonzuo ye won koda o nam ka kwan ho ye won koda ni bi o nam ka kwan ho siriska what you say but edu say ye nye bibi na o mine nko na nimpe na sorry hey da bi o ni pe be wu ni pe be ese minim se ni pe bi e wo interest o ba bi e no mu tu sa na mo no I can't tell but emwayen aso Ghana
baby zagetie no kran se Ghana fo bi muso aso den se si an social distancing ni adwuma ye se ade a ye weapon eye wo ko nipa mu a oko bebi nipa wa she face mask where's your problem me I believe say yen nyina ye try say bebi be ko bi ani nipa be hia bia nam say yentimi ensure ana say yentimi practice social distancing ntino obi a she face mask sa ebeye boye
uni me problem kasi me problem kɛseɛ paa on covid ho ne sɛ yɛn nyinaa asoman no yɛntu yɛyɛ ankasa on our own yɛntu anamon sɛ yɛnyɛ biribi a yɛde sɔ covid na no yɛyɛ ankasa as Ghanaians okas yɛn as Ghanafoɔ wonim sɛ duru baabi FDA ka sɛ enuru a wɔn ateste dodoɔ no about 9 deɛ prove sɛ ɛsɛ bɛboa me afight covid no saa statement by no akyidie na aba it looks like train vaccine
I say
train vaccine minim
say no na train
wo China crowd dey start here no do you hear them say almost train vaccine
na odo want to China
no how are they managing it friend say Sam yen timi fia want to China but me feel say on our own
yenye bibi
e was say enkenne yetimi yenye bibi say China for esi heat o enti menu ansu adware menu ansu apunu a nsuo no mfa hwe ntum eno no mfi say e fight covid mom
na say yeso epunu say ye kira yesa nimtra na wonya
no aye epunu no the whole day Ruben ya boama Ghana for ate say ye pu enti bia ukọ nipa nkura na kofi a
mizagede ana me ka kira no ukọ apunu odomdom ya bese hia DJ Max Jones
Hello FM, your local station.
Hello, 101.5 FM.
Delay man betters and sa yadi koko amain 20 ni nyahudo bebrehini ni yadi aye shebi na jina wanaso na nyahuwadin foforo. Delay man betters and sa yadi koko amain 20 ni nyahudo bebrehini ni yadi aye shebi na jina wanaso na nyahuwadin foforo. Delay man betters and sa yadi koko amain 20 ni nyahudo bebrehini ni yadi aye shebi na jina wanaso na nyahuwadin foforo.
Hello FM 101.5.